Good Friday afternoon. So, I just got out of my mammogram. If you don't know, I had to get a mammogram and then they saw something, so I had to come back and I had to get another mammogram and an ultrasound on my right breast. And yeah, all is good. I got my "You're clear" letter. And so yeah, so I wasn't too worried, but last time it was on my left breast, I had to come back. This was like 2 years ago, or was it last year? Time goes by so fast. Anyway, so they called me back. I had to do the same thing, get it on this side, and then I got an ultrasound, and then they wanted to take a biopsy, so I had to get a needle like that long in there, but no needle this time. And they said I just have cysts, but they're not the bad kind of cysts. So there you go. But that's good news for, to start my weekend off with. And I was laying there thinking, I don't have time for this because I got a lot to do. I got a lot of adventures coming up here. So yeah, so I am just grateful for my health, and then it all turned out. So my hair's still wet. I had gone to the gym because you aren't supposed to wear any deodorant or anything. So I worked out and then took a shower, so I was all clean. And yeah, and you know what, women, I was thinking, you lay there and they have like if you're a woman, they usually have like a picture. They had a flower. They had a new one since last time. I think last time it was a sunflower. So when you're laying down, and it's just, they just put you in awkward positions, especially when you're doing the mammogram, because they were trying to really get to see, what they were looking for. And you're like a contortionist, and then you're like holding onto the machine, and then move your body this way, and then they have the camera come down, and it literally like squishes your boob like that. And so I just want the men to know, not only do we like carry the babies, we have the babies, it's never over. We get our boobs squished every year. When you get older, it's every year. And so yeah, I just want you to know that. Appreciate your women. Okay, I was going to tell you my good news too. Well, and yeah, no, it's good news, but I don't have an answer for this one yet, so now it's more waiting. But I don't know. Either way, I'm okay with it. But anyway, so I was at the library yesterday, and I'm working on like this kind of little documentary style or investigative style video that I'm going to do. And I'm hoping if you guys like it, I'll keep doing, because when I start researching, and again, this is one of the reasons, although I didn't get to do a lot of research actually when I was a paralegal, but I love to get to the bottom of things. And I was making like a script for this about the giving plasma. And if you don't know, again, if you're new here, I gave plasma, thought I was doing like a good thing, whatever, I give that, I get money back. And what's funny too, so I was watching this documentary, I was watching something about it, and they call them like blood donation centers or plasma donation centers. Well, they aren't donations if you're getting paid for them. So it just has been very interesting. And I got my book in the mail today. I got the other book from the library. So I'm actually going to the library after this. But the good news, or the interesting news, or my life is so weird news. So I'm in the library, typing, tapping, and I get an email. Email. And this is my life. And it's a producer from the Tamron Hall show. Do you know who Tamron Hall is? So she does a lot of those investigative shows, and listen, I'm so into them. But now she has a talk show also. And this woman ran across my YouTube channel, and they're having a show coming up about people in their 50s and stuff, and I think freedom or something like that, like how freeing it could be. Anyway, very nice lady. Her name is Erin, producer. And so she's like, hey, I'm reaching out. I ran across your channel, and could we talk soon? And I'm like, well, sure, I'm at the library, you know, here's my number. I'm pretty flexible. Just reach out whenever. And so she called me about, I don't know, 20 minutes later. And we ended up talking for like 20 minutes, if not a little longer. Really good conversation. She was really fun. So yeah, and she had me send her some videos of my adventures and stuff. And I sent her some before and afters of the van because, you know, I did this all myself. Except for the cushions. I was thinking about it, but I think I knew better than to even attempt those. Anywho, so she was pitching the story, or, you know, my story or whatever today, and she said she let me know by the beginning of next week. And she said, even if you aren't on this one, she said, you might be on one in the future. Oh, I had a fly on my hand. Oh, I still got this on. Yeah, so, but if I am going to be on this show, it's September 12th, and they want me and Charlene to, if I do get on it, to drive out there. So I have never been to New York, and listen, I've been a lot of places, and it's so funny because I've kind of been adverse to going to New York. Not that I don't want to see what New York is like, but when I have time off and I think about a vacation, I'm more of a beach person, you know? I don't want like hustle and bustle. That's my life. So I want somewhere that's like relaxing by an ocean, you know? So for the first time going to New York, wouldn't that be interesting? Driving Charlene. And I would think that the studios are in like Manhattan or something. I have no clue where they are, to tell you the truth. So, I don't know. She just wrote me, she must have pitched it, and she said, I'll know like the beginning of next week sometime. But then again, I think if I do have to go, I got to get Charlene, like, because they want me to drive her out there because they're going to want to come in here and look. And, you know, I mean, I have stuff to, you know, I want her to look nice. So that's the news. Yeah, I may be on the Tamron Hall show on national TV. So my life is just odd. Just odd. But, I mean, it would be fun. And, you know, listen, they don't pay you anything to be on the show. They probably pay for my gas to get there and back, because they usually fly people out, but this happens to be, of course, with me, the van happens to be part of why they want me there. And I told her, I'm like, well, if I go out there, you're going to have to tell me where to park, because, you know, I don't know, you think of New York and drive, first of all, driving in New York, and second of all, parking in New York. And so they just pay for, you know, like what it would take me to get there and get back. And I think they only pay for like that one day for like a hotel room for a night, and then, you know, you're out of there. So on one part, it would be really interesting. It would be a great adventure. And on the other part, it would be a lot of work. So I'm okay either way. And it's really like close. You know what I mean? I'd have to like really start buckling down and doing stuff. And I still have been tired. Like yesterday, I didn't get a nap. Jessie called me at 7 in the morning, and she had a flat tire. So she calls me, and then I had to go to Discount Tire, and they actually have a service now. It only costs $50 because, you know, it was my car, and that's where I took it and bought all the tires and stuff. Anyway, it only costs $50 for them to drive to her to change it and bring a new tire to her. She had a nail in it, and then it like cut a hole on the inner tube, I guess. The guy was so nice. And so she wanted me, though, to come there because she didn't want to be alone when the guy came. But he was so nice. So anyway, so that happened yesterday. And then, I was doing it at the library. And then Joy and I went out to dinner. It was beautiful here yesterday. And then I had a meeting at Walgreens yesterday, a mandatory meeting. Oh, I had that before Joy and I went to dinner. And then, yeah, so it was just a long day. So I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to go to the library, and then I'm going to take a nap. That's my plan today. But I wanted to check in and let you know all is good, so you don't have to worry about me. So adventures are on. So now I got everything done. I got my skin check. So here's the thing. I had basal cell cancer here. I had to get it cut one of the dermatologists left a hole in my face, and then I went to a plastic surgeon because I wanted to do the Mohs procedure. Anyway, so every year now I get a full body skin check, so please do that too, especially if you're fair skinned like I am and kind of was out in the sun a lot growing up. And you know, I had my yearly physical. Fly in here. I had my yearly physical, and that's how I found out I had the anemia. So that was kind of a godsend, that because if they accidentally put it down as a physical exam, and that's why she took blood. I just went in to get my, if you don't know, I'm on escitalopram I have anxiety, and so every year you have to go in just to talk to the doctor so they can re-up it to make sure it's still working and whatever. And they had accidentally put down I was in for my yearly exam, and my insurance pays for that. So she's like, well, let's just do your blood work. That's how I found out I had the anemia. And then Tuesday I had my mammogram, and then that's when they found, you know, that they wanted to check. So check, check, check. Tracey's good to go on adventures. Okay? So make sure that you're getting your health checks too, please. Okay? Okay. I'm going to go. But, yeah, just a short one. Just wanted to check in. Oh, and then Sunday. Squirrel! Sunday, I wasn't going to go to the fair. If you don't know, the Minnesota Fair goes on. That's how you know it's the end of summer in Minnesota. That's how we know that the fair comes. Because then you know we slide right into... It's done on, well, Monday's Labor Day. That's the last day. And it's supposed to be hot. It's supposed to be in the 90s, almost 100, I think, Sunday and Monday. But I wasn't going to go. But Jessie and her partner Bailey, they went there. It was the first time Bailey has ever gone. Bailey lived in California before, then they lived in Tacoma. And so it was Bailey's first time going. And she loved it, and or they loved it. And then, they missed a couple things. Every year, when Jessie and I would go, we would go to the butterfly garden. So there's monarchs all over, and they'll come and land on you. And so we're going to go there. Do you know they have pickled pizza? That's what I want to try. Jessie and Bailey tasted it, and they said it was good. So if you like pickles, I have a feeling it's good. So I usually stay standard. I get a gyro and the French fries and whatever. But we're gonna go out there. We plan on going at 8 in the morning on Sunday. I gotta work from 4 to midnight on Sunday, and just go out there for a couple hours and get things done. And so I'm gonna film it, and they said that they would film it with me because they'll test stuff. And this time I'm not gonna get my standard. I'm gonna get the weird stuff. I think they have everything is deep fried out there. Deep fried Oreos. They have deep fried alligator on a stick. They have a bunch of weird stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. And they said that they would be on camera trying stuff. So that's nice because it just is. I wasn't gonna go. Like I said, I'm not a big crowds person. But it's really nice to go with them. Again, we're just going in, doing our thing, and then leaving. So I'm gonna bring you guys along. Hopefully. I mean, it works out. Anyway, you know what to do. Go out, make an adventure. No matter how big or how small. You don't have to sell everything and move into a van. I did that. You don't have to do that. You could go to the state fair. You could even, an adventure is just trying something, like I said, I'm going to try something that's not my norm, something that's out of my maybe a little out of my comfort zone. That's an adventure. You don't have to even leave, your house. You can order in. You can Uber Eats. You can do that. Go call someone you love, and as Joy says, tell them that you love them. And don't you dare forget to get your checkups. And again, I'm so grateful that everything turned out okay. And don't you dare forget your magic. Okay, I will see you in the next one.